my client Jamie, who's been with me in the mentorship now 3 months, and managed to scale to a very, very good level since he started. So welcome everybody to Jamie. So in your own word, Jamie, what would you say were the biggest business struggles you had before you came to us here at Excel Mentorship?
Yeah, I think definitely the consistency in what I was doing. So the business was at a good point, but I knew I was in striking distance within the goal, but there was things that I wasn't being on top of, like consistency with content, doing enough outreach, like getting enough conversations, getting enough eyes to the page and stuff like that. And I was kind of doing what I could. Obviously, yourself,
Yeah,
time was a hassle for me, but I knew that if I got under the right accountability, got the right systems in place, that we would have achieved exactly what we set out to do.
yeah, for sure. We're obviously one of your main struggles at the start was just balancing everything with how busy you were, being a busy dad, working the job you were in, but obviously one of your main goals to get out of that job, you can manage to get out of that very, very quickly, which is sick.
Yeah.
Sick. And in terms of that, Jamie, have you worked with any other mentors before working with myself?
I have worked with a mentorship before, yeah, previously.
Yeah. And what would you say maybe made ours different to that one if you didn't see as much results as you'd like in that one?
Definitely the one-to-one aspect. Like, yourself, when you go into these kind of big mentorship groups, you're into a Facebook group,
Yeah.
you're kind of signed off to a performance coach, and ultimately, like, sometimes for me, in my case, I was lined up with someone whose business and vision didn't really align with where I wanted to go. And
Yeah.
obviously, knowing you personally, knowing where you would scale your business to, I knew that if I came on board, it was just a matter of not if, but when.
Yeah, for sure, bro. That's the thing with mentorships these days. There's a lot of ones that sell you the dream and you're putting some Facebook group, as you said, and it's not what it's promised to be. So yeah, it's good that we sorted that for you, bro. And it's one thing that I'll never compromise is the one-to-one support.
Yeah.
But in terms of, let's say, my service, like how did we help you overcome those challenges? What would you say that were the main levers we pulled with you to get you from where you were to where you are now?
I think definitely, obviously, we jumped on that first call. We obviously ran through everything, didn't leave anything behind. Then obviously you looked over, we talked about the struggles I was in, and then we just rectified all those issues. Obviously getting the right content strategy in place, nailing down the ideal customer. Then obviously we made a couple of hires since being in the mentorship as well, which have helped me trained up, which is massive because obviously not having any staff work me before, I would have definitely have needed that guidance to be able to onboard them properly and so on and so forth.
Yeah, 100%, bro. I can relate to hiring staff when not knowing what you're doing. I made many mistakes, and that's why I'm able to kind of teach it. So that's good, bro.
Yeah.
That's good. And in terms of like, let's say your financial growth so far, bro, like where were you at when you started to where you at now?
So the business was at going in around 3.5K. That was kind of the most I had made.
Yeah,
Now, just before coming onto the mentorship, I did have a dip off, but again, that was just from my own not doing enough. Simple as straight up. Um, but again, we knew obviously time wasn't good for us. You know yourself. So the business was kind of just under around 2K. The month I joined the mentorship, so I remember it being a quiet month, and I said, right, I am close to what I want to do. I said, but I need to make a change, and obviously reached out, booked in that call, and then away we went.
for sure, brother. For sure. So yeah, I think like since you started, we added about 6.5K revenue to your business each month, which is sick. Got you out of the job as well, which is the main thing. And again, with you, as I keep saying to you, bro, it's only a matter of time for it in those 10, 20K
Yeah,
months, which is
sure.
exciting, bro. Did you have any concerns or hesitations before joining the mentorship, bro? And like, what ultimately made you make the decision to work with ourselves?
It was definitely the results that you were putting out, but obviously as well, you're not long in this field being a mentor. So obviously you have someone. I had to look at that at first and be like, right, is this the
Yeah,
right move for me? Straight up, you know what I mean? You're just in, but then you were putting out results, and obviously knowing you personally and stuff like that as well. And it was just the right time. You know what I mean? There was no hesitation from my end. Again, you need time to build up your portfolio of clients, results, testimonials, um, and then ultimately I just knew it was the next step.
yeah, it's good to say that, bro, because again, a lot of people do, even myself in the past, where like I rushed into mentorships thinking they were the one and turned out not to be the right decision, but at least you've done the background check, which is always good, bro, which is always good. That's perfect, bro. And in terms of like how you feel now about your future, bro, like where do you see yourself now in the next 3 to 6 months? Obviously, we still have like 4 or 5 months left of myself, so
Yeah,
huge touch with it. But where do you see your business going, bro?
I definitely think we hit well over 10K without a doubt. potentially making more hires, but in more in the terms of the coaching aspect.
Yeah.
Like I can definitely see coaches working under me over the next 3 to 6 months, 6 to 12 months. And I really do think that we can scale my brand to be one of the biggest in Ireland. I have no fear about that. But again, we just need to get the right thing in place. Obviously financially it is what it is. But from the get go, what I told you was I'm not worried about numbers right now. I need to get out of this job. I need more time with my daughter. I was burning my ends into a stick. You know what I mean? Like I was literally going like working, I'd say close to 80, 90-hour weeks between the job and the business, sleepless nights, and all this, and we, within the first month, we were able to leave, which we could say was too early, but I don't think it was. We've set up everything we needed to set up.
Exactly, bro. Like with you, I never feared you going back to the job or like that because you're in it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And again, if you didn't have that passion for coaching, bro, and passion for helping people, you wouldn't have been doing 8 or 9 hours a week. You're just like, oh, no, fuck that. I'm going to leave off the coaching, whatever it may be. And again, when you're in it for the right reasons, bro, you're never going to fail once you have that strategy in place. So,
Yeah.
100%, bro. 100%.
And that's the thing as well, that's the thing as well is that, you see, back-to-back record months and stuff like that, but people don't understand the work that goes in the background for that to happen. You know what I mean? How much time, and financial I've had to invest into my business to get it to a point that we could say, right, we've hit this level.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like even with your result, like I had people reaching out to me, oh, that's crazy, that's insane, and not saying that those people aren't willing to put in the work, but all they see is, oh, Jamie went from this to this.
Yeah.
They don't see, as you said there, the sleepless nights, bro, grinding those 2 jobs, all the effort you're putting with your clients. And again, with you, bro, even though you're working all those hours, I know for certain your service would never slip up.
No.
You're all very good coach. You prided yourself on that. So
Yeah.
that's why you're doing so well. Do you get me? It's not a coincidence. 100%, bro. And what advice would you give to someone then maybe on the fence about working with someone like myself or maybe another good mentor? Any feedback you give them or anything you'd say to those kind of people?
At the end of the day, if you want to take it to the next level, it's the same with lifestyle coaching, same with someone looking to lose body weight. Like you have to invest into yourself. You know what I mean? There's only so far that you can take where you're at, whether it be business or body weight or whatever it may be. Like you have to invest into yourself, into your business in order to grow. At the end of the day, to make money, you have to spend money, and that's the way I looked at it. You know what I mean? So
exactly, that's what I even said to some coaches, man, who are like afraid to invest in themselves. They're telling people that they need coaches to lose weight, they need coaches to build muscle because they don't know how to do it. And then you have those people then afraid to invest in mentors when they don't know how to grow their business.
exactly.
So
It's the same thing.
It's it holds a lot of people back, bro. But again, brother, I couldn't be happier for you. You absolutely smashed it, no doubt. In the next 2-3 months, we smash past those 10Ks easy.
For sure, bro. 100%.
Legend, brother. Legend. Spot on, Jay. That was good, man. That was good.
No worries.